We spoke to the mother of the two victims who told us her sons were killed in front of their grandparents. She's grieving now and wondering one question: why?
They did not deserve this. I don't deserve this. My parents don't deserve this. My daughter don't deserve it. My kids didn't deserve this.
Tracy Rogers wants her son's killer locked up immediately.
Man, I thought, no joke. I thought that this was a family friend or a neighbor or somebody in the community. This is the mother. She's keeping it together, man. She is keeping it together very well, man. Not a tear in sight. Maybe a shock, I don't know. We see this more times than not. This is actually the standard. This is actually what it is. Look, man. Hey, man. Who am I to judge, man? This is what we see 9 times out of 10.
They did not deserve this. I don't deserve this. My parents don't deserve this. My daughter don't deserve it. My kids didn't deserve this.
Tracy Rogers wants her son's killer locked up immediately. The murders happened Tuesday night at their Country Club Hills home on Farmcrest Terrace. She told us 22-year-old Clarence Whalum was walked into the home by a gunman. Her parents and daughter were inside, along with her younger son, 20-year-old Kimani Whalum, who was sleeping.
Wow. I mean, something happened, man. That's not normal. That's not normal. This situation right here is not normal. Somebody did something. Somebody ran off on the plug. Somebody did something. Somebody did something. Not saying that they deserve to die for it, because remember, he still didn't deserve to die. Rayshard Brooks. He still didn't deserve to die. I mean, you can do anything to a cop. You didn't deserve to die. So, whatever these kids did, they didn't deserve to die.
She told us 22-year-old Clarence Whalum was walked into the home by a gunman. Her parents and daughter were inside, along with her younger son, 20-year-old Kimani Whalum, who was sleeping. She received that call that Clarence had been shot.
I raced home, and I was looking for my other son, not knowing that he was also in the house, shot.
The shootings unfolded while the men's sister and grandparents helplessly watched.
They don't even want to live. My 80-year-old father had to do CPR on my kids.
There's nowhere to go, man. Okay? As we saw with the Texas shooting, that's a very affluent Sun community down there in Arlington. All those kids got cars and live in gated communities. And they slanging and shooting and beefing and gangs and all that stuff over there. Look at the lawn. I judged a neighborhood by a few things, man. Now the roof is a little bit older. They need a new roof. They probably got about 5 years left on this roof. But the lawn is mowed and there's no trash on the ground. And the shrubbery is manicured pretty well. This is a fine community if all the houses look like this. There's nowhere to go. Trust me, man. I lived in PG County. There's nowhere to go. The wealthiest Sun community in the country, on the planet, really. If it's the wealthiest Sun community in America, it's the wealthiest one on the planet. All the dudes out there just waiting to throw their lives away. A lot of them. There's nowhere to go. Now, pasty libs, they can just hop up and move to another city. But if you're a Sun person, this is where you move to. This is where you went to flee to get out of the inner city. There's nowhere else to go. You done put all this money into this house. Where you gonna go? There's nowhere to go.
The shootings unfolded while the men's sister and grandparents helplessly watched.
They don't even want to live. My 80-year-old father had to do CPR on my kids.
Country Club Hills Police, as well as the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force, are now investigating the case, working to figure out a motive while Tracy is left to deal with the pain of losing 2 children.
Clarence, he made sure that everybody was okay. He loved everybody. I guess he was probably just too friendly. Just loved everybody, just saw the good in everybody. And my baby Kimani, he was everything. Both of them was everything to me.
And as the search continues for the suspects, police are asking for your help. If you have any information that could lead to an arrest, I want you to contact them immediately. You can do that anonymously through the Country Club Hills Police Tip Line. That number is on our website. For now, we're in Country Club Hills. I'm Glenn Marshall, WGN News.
So this area, Country Club Hills, is 87.1% Sun people. Wow. That's a rough spot, Jack. That is a rough spot. Yeah, it don't matter over there. 87.1%. Hit one if you would want to live there. No matter how great the houses were and how good it looked. Yikes. Is Country Club Hills safe? With a crime rate of 37 per 1,000 residents, Country Club Hills has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of its size, of all sizes, from smallest towns to the very largest cities. One's chance of becoming a victim of either a violent or property crime is 1 in 27. Yikes.
And right now, the hunt is on for whoever shot and killed 2 brothers inside their home. It happened around 7:30 last night in South Suburban Country Club Hills in what we're told is normally a quiet neighborhood. That's where we have Charlie Wojciechowski with details for us. Charlie.
Well, Marion, at this hour, that police investigation is continuing. We are told that they are talking to the grandparents of the victims in this case. They were witnesses to this brutal attack.
The loss of 2 kids at one time, I just don't know, I don't know.
Tracy Rogers is coming home this afternoon to a house still reeling from what happened the night before. A brazen home invasion around 7:30 Tuesday night here on the 19,000 block of Farmcrest Terrace. Country Club Hills police say they found 2 men inside who had sustained gunshot wounds. 20-year-old Kamani Wallam and his older brother Clarence were taken to a nearby hospital where they died from their injuries. Tracy Rogers says her parents and her daughter were home at the time and witnessed everything.
My parents are heartbroken. My daughter is devastated. She's pregnant and she's due to have her baby in 2 days. And this is just a devastating toll on just all of us.
Now, we were told that the George Floyd video is the worst thing that they'd ever seen. They see this stuff all the time. They see this type of stuff all the time. Don't believe them when they say that. That George Floyd video didn't traumatize nothing. If pasty liberals didn't make it a campaign and try to use them as the poster child to get out the house during the pandemic, during the quarantine. There's a reason to get out the house without, looking like you don't care about the pandemic. If pasty liberals didn't do that, Some people would have been laughing about that, man. You heard a Craig screaming for his mama? They would have made him a meme. Mama. They go through stuff like this all the time.
And so on, parents are heartbroken. My daughter is devastated. She's pregnant and she's due to have her baby in 2 days. And I mean, this is just a devastating toll on just all of us.
Country Club Hills police are releasing few details about the crime. A press release says they're working with the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force on this case. Neighbors here on Farmcrest Terrace say many of the people who live here have lived here ever since this subdivision was started. They watched Kamani and Clarence grow up. They call them the cul-de-sac kids.
I think that they were targeted. He was targeted, you know. So no, I don't think that no one else is in danger or nothing on this block. No, I think they came to do whatever they came to do to my son.
And
Hit one if you think her son might have been a street kid or involved in the gangs or involved in the streets, even though he lived in this cul-de-sac, called them the cul-de-sac kids. You know, who thinks he was deep into some stuff in the streets? This is not normal, man. This don't happen every day.
No, I think they came to do whatever they came to do to my son.
And tonight, as she prepares to bury her sons, Tracy Rogers has this message for their killers.
I just want to tell the people that did this that, you know, you can probably run and hide from the police, but you can't run and hide from God. So, you know, you're going to have to pay one way or the other.
Tonight, the Country Club Hills Police Department is asking for the public's help in this case. If you have any information about the attackers or saw anything in that cul-de-sac last night, you are urged to call the Country Club Hills Police or their special tip line. We have information on the tip line on our app and on our website, that is NBCChicago.com. Reporting live in Country Club Hills, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC 5 News. Marion, back to you.
Such a heartbreaking and traumatic loss. Thank you so much.